Welcome to Manawaker Studios Flash Fiction Podcast. I'm C.B. Derogi. This week, Scut Work by Gregg Chamberlain.
Okay, Scully, let's go over the checklist.
Right.
Steel-toed boots?
Check.
Shin guards?
Front and back.
Good. Some of those little green hell Amazon buggers can really sneak up on a body.
Yeah, tell me about it, Jake.
Uh-huh. You got your hockey pants?
Used, but still got all the stuffing.
Okay, should be good. You made sure to stuff the leg holes, too. Remember what happened with Mitchell?
Yeah, don't worry. I used up all the dirty socks in the laundry bag.
Well, if nothing else, the smell should make any creepy crawlies clear off.
Hardy ha ha. Funny like a broken crutch you are.
Just remember when you're around the unicorn.
I know. Never turn my back on him.
And he's got the itch now, too. And he ain't feeling too particular. So don't bend over neither.
Right.
Let's see. Chest protection. Says here Kevlar best option.
Yeah, right, as if.
What? I thought you were going to borrow one from your cousin the cop.
I asked. Bugger said he'd see. Then next day he up and says no way he can get one without proper requisition BS paperwork. And forget the local Guns R Us Army surplus. No way I can afford what they want. Even for a used flak jacket.
So what's under the sweatshirt?
Got my kid brother's motocross chest plate. Industrial strength molded plastic. Hard enough to bust your knuckles on.
That the rig looks like Star Wars Stormtrooper armor?
Yup, pretty much. Almost the same thing, really. Even Eric's claws should have a tough time scratching through.
Eric? What's he doing in the pen?
Blue Moon Month. My craphead cousin the cop loaned me his nightstick. Least he could do, the putz. Got some silver wire wrapped round the end to tap Eric with if he gets owly.
Okay, guess it should work. Arms?
Football shoulder pads and hockey elbow pads.
Gloves?
Yeah, a bit of a problem there. Hockey gloves are okay when I'm using the shovel or pitchfork, but, if I gotta do something that involves manual dexterity, well, there's a reason those guys throw down their gloves when they want to mix it up on the ice.
Yeah, okay, so?
Well, I thought about those leather half gloves like some of the biker guys wear, but my fingers feel all exposed, right? So I got a pair of those heavy-duty rubber gloves like chemists use when they're handling beakers of acid.
Okay, what about the head?
Motocross helmet with detachable face guard and a pair of heavy tint goggles.
Right then, okay. So, you got your shovel, pitchfork, buckets, what else?
Let me think. 2 sling bags. Right side, I got 4 small bleach bottles with spray nozzle caps. Left side's where I got the hairspray canisters. Half dozen should do, I think. 4 Bic lighters strapped round my left wrist with rubber bands, and a Zippo inside the pouch of my sweats.
You know Dr. Prospero doesn't much like us using the homemade flamethrowers in the pen.
Hey, what the doc don't know won't hurt me. Some critters, like that damn cockatrice, a little taste of fire's the only thing they understand enough to back off.
Whatever, your funeral if he catches you using them.
My funeral if I go in there without 'em.
Uh-huh. What else?
Water pistol full of fresh squeezed garlic juice.
What, no holy water?
Ever try to sneak a squirt gun into a holy water fountain?
Yeah, all right.
Got a bag of rock salt in the right-hand sack, too.
No slug bait? Shoggoths take a little more than a bit of salt.
Gardening shop was out. Been a wet summer this year.
Well, I guess. Just remember to wing the stuff where the face is supposed to be.
Yeah, which end is that?
Hey, if you're close enough to tell the difference, you're too close already.
I managed to score a couple vials of anavenom.
Well, that won't work fast enough if the basilisk gets you.
I don't plan on getting close enough for old Fangface to get me. But he spits worse than a camel. First sign he's getting ready to hawk one, I stick myself and run.
Got a mirror too, then?
Little sister's compact.
Huh?
I use the mirror to look around behind me, then close my eyes, spin, blow a big puff of face powder into whatever big ugly's there. Hightail it out.
Okay, that's not too shabby thinking.
I get an idea now and then.
Must die of loneliness sometimes.
Oh, you're wasted here, man. Ought to be writing for Leno or Seinfeld.
Well, that's the checklist. Got maybe 3 hours till showtime. Ready?
No, but I'm going in anyways. Give me a hand first putting these earplugs in.
Nah, you won't need 'em. Siren's got a cold and can't sing for spit. But you might want to play deaf around the Sphinx.
How come? She's a pretty nice sort most times. Not hard to look at neither. Leastwise, half of her is.
Her and Doc Prospero got into a riddle contest last night. Doc stumps her with this one about whether or not a tree makes any noise if there's no one around to hear.
Well?
Well, what?
Does it?
How the hell should I know? Ask the Doc, 'cause the Sphinx didn't know and he wouldn't tell her either. And it's put her in a right pissy mood.
Man, I hate doing scut work in the pen.
Could be worse. Mitch got stuck with spring cleanup in the Doc's office.
Ugh.
And you know what Harry's doing?
What?
Scrounging around for a really big pair of pliers with the longest set of handles he can find, and a big case of the cheapest whiskey he can afford.
Pliers and rotgut. What's his deal?
Eric's been complaining about a toothache.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Manawaker Studios Flash Fiction Podcast is supported by patrons on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/Manawaker to find out more. The Flash Fiction Podcast theme song is by Kevin MacLeod. Manawaker Studios Director of Dice is Ben Baston. The podcast is produced, edited, and narrated by me, CB Droege. You can follow me on Twitter at CBDROEGE. Thanks for listening. On the next installment of Flash Fiction Podcast, your writing curved into spirals and spilled onto the wall tiles. You didn't glance at your phone once, though you always used the calculator app when we went grocery shopping or added up the monthly bills.